Yo.
Yo.
Welcome back to the Mark Our Words podcast, the official podcast of YouTube. What's good with you, Moses?
What's up, man? Life is good, man.
Why is life good, man? What's good about life this week?
I like this shirt. That's what's so good. Shirt's comfortable. Comfortable shirt, man.
You said the shirt is comfortable.
Comfortable shirt, man.
What's so special about the shirt? It says,
What does it say? Adventure on. Oh, I like the headband.
you like the headband?
What kind of headband is that? What that?
Hold on.
What that joint say?
Is it showing?
It's showing.
Is it showing?
It's showing.
It says Tough Mudder 5K. Oh, okay. Are we standing?
I don't know. Does the shirt say something in the back?
It does, but like your hair is very long, so like.
Okay.
Okay. Maybe you stand straight up, but okay.
It's too bad.
Yeah.
Y'all can't read it. Oh
Yeah,
well.
Okay. As you can see, we had a adventurous weekend not too long ago that we finally get to recap for our audience. Shout out to our audience, man. Shout out to everybody that's subscribing, watching our videos and stuff like that.
Yeah, shout out to y'all, man.
Man, what was your thoughts about, this is a thing that you told me about. I ain't know nothing about no Tough Mudder. I'm not locked in, you know what I mean, to that type of activities. You get what I'm saying? Spartan race, marathons, 5Ks, 10Ks. Don't no. So what was your first thought finishing it? Like once we did it.
Yeah, it was fun. It was cool. There was no worry of not finishing.
I had worries.
You thought so?
I had worries.
Well, you definitely did more obstacles than you thought you was gonna do.
Yeah, I only did it through 3.
3? I thought it was only 1.
No, it was the tall joint.
Okay, yeah.
I didn't go down the slide because I got tired of being wet.
That's fair.
And Mount Everest, the one where you got to run up and grab the thing. I sure didn't do those 3.
That's fair. No, that's fair. Yeah, but it wasn't that bad. I think I didn't think I was going to dislike the wet and the mud as much as I did. Like, I really didn't like that part. Like, I thought I was just going to be like, I didn't want to get, dirty. But it was like, the first time you go into the mud, you're already dirty. So it's like, that's not even the issue. The issue is just being wet over and over again.
That's why I ain't
in
go
the
down
cold.
That's why I ain't go down the big slide.
Yeah, that's fair.
But let's start from the beginning. So we get there. Initially, there was supposed to be 4, right? 4 of us.
Or 5.
5 of us.
Probably more than 5, but it was 5 people that confirmed.
More than 5 that confirmed. I'm one of the 5. Chen was one of the 5s. And we had 2 people, to my knowing, that couldn't do it last minute. And last minute means like 2 weeks out, maybe even 3 weeks out to like the date, whatever. So I'm under the impression that when I show up to this event, that it's going to be me, Chen, his lady, and somebody else. Now, like, we have a different 4. You get what I'm saying? Instead of the initial 5 or like whatever it was going to be. I pull up, and Chen's like, it's only going to be us 3.
I told you before.
No, you didn't.
I told you Shorty wasn't going to be there.
No, it was your girlfriend. That was the other one that was supposed to be there, the 4th one.
Oh, yes, Launch? Yeah. I didn't know she wasn't coming until that day.
Exactly.
Well, I told you the main person who.
I'm already off her. So I'm like, we got a new 4.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So now it's us 3. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Shout out to Launch.
Now my lady, she's smart. She's like, I'm not doing that. Even if she didn't have anything to do that day, she's like, yeah, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
And I was like, you are smart. So we get there, and I was nervous because I didn't know what to expect. You know what I'm saying? I was very nervous, and you just automatically come out and you was like, yeah, I'm not running. Because between each obstacles, there's a trail. And you're like, yeah, I'm walking. Because the day before I did the Baltimore Marathon and I almost died. So
Yeah, I don't know how. But.
So we get there, and it was just, it kind of reminded me of ROTC. If anybody who's going to do Tough Mudder, who been in ROTC or some type of military academy, it gives you that type of vibe.
What does ROTC stand for?
I forgot. I'm not in ROTC no more, so I don't.
Is that allowed? Is
that,
it like,
is
again,
it,
what, Alpha, Kappa Alpha, man? Like AKA?
It's not a fraternity.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, I also forgot to take this flower off, so I'm just going to take it off in the middle of the episode.
Oh, yeah, take it out. Take it out.
Right.
Beautiful flowers, though. It's fake.
Yeah. So, we get there. Mind you, oh, yeah, this is my keto weight, wherever the camera is. I'm on keto during this marathon. I'm on keto.
Didn't eat.
Didn't eat. I drank a smoothie. It's not.
You drank a smoothie before you came?
It's not about not eating. It's about what you eat. When you're doing strenuous activities, you want to eat carbs because carbs gives you energy. You like people say before a big marathon, you want to eat pasta because you will burn that energy off. So I had a smoothie, a protein smoothie, but y'all hear about that at the end. So I get there. Were like you nervous or anything like that? Like
No.
Like at the beginning, you ain't feel anything. So we we go to the starting line, and immediately they go into ROTC motivation mode, like go into straight, like everybody take a knee. I'm like, oh.
Look to the person to your left. Look to your person to the right.
Yeah, you kind of sound like him. You know what I mean? He said, y'all are the change in the world today. Those type of speeches, you know what I mean? Because of what y'all doing today, y'all take it back to y'all community and change your community.
You believe that?
No. I ain't changed anything about community. I don't even know my neighbors, right? So he made us take a knee. And I understand why we took a knee because they needed to take our pictures.
Oh.
They needed to take our pictures just in case.
I thought it was like Colin Kaepernick.
Just in case. Nah. They needed to take our pictures just in case somebody didn't make it. Now, the thing about not making it, he said, because I remember him saying this because I was listening to this part specifically because I was under the impression that I might not make it. So I wanted to hear the instructions.
Oh, you really thought you wasn't going to make it?
I was like, because to me, I'm like, I got nothing to prove. But at the same time, I'm like,
oh, okay.
I'm like, at that time, I was like 278 pounds. You get what I'm saying? So I'm just like, oh, I need to know what to do if you hurt yourself. If you ain't going to make it, everybody be quiet. He said, if something happens, if you see somebody on the floor, don't touch them because you don't know what's hurting. He said, it's best just to put an X up and somebody will see you and then somebody will come assist that person. Keep that in mind. He said, put an X up and somebody will come and assist that person. Now, so far, what is going through your mind while I'm going through the events? Is there anything going through your mind like while like we at the starting gate and while he giving us a speech?
No.
You just like, we ready, right?
Yeah.
Now, mind you, me, Chen, and his lady, we kind of like in the front of the pack.
Yeah.
We like kind of like if
we up front.
Yeah, like if the people were broken down in thirds, we are definitely 1/3. We are in the front, right? And I turned to Chen and I said, these people go force us to run because we already made a.
Oh yeah. I remember you saying that.
Because we already made a pact that we ain't gonna run, but we in the front. Chen was like, I'm not running. I ran yesterday. I'm not running. So after he gave us the motivational speech, and he's like, we are the change in the world today. We go take this back and change our community. We are strong and things like that. We get up off our knees and we turn to the American flag and they do the national anthem. I wasn't prepared for that. You get what I'm saying? Then after the national anthem, you hear this music. The music gets going like dun 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 dun. Are you ready? Like, you know how like now like he's yelling. Now I'm really nervous. You get what I'm saying?
I ain't know you was nervous this whole time.
Dun 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 dun. At this time, Chen just like, I'm ready to go because we have been staying at the starting lineup for a while.
Yeah, we are.
His lady's worried about her GoPro. You get what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, she was fixing that.
And I'm over here like, I hope I finish. You know what I mean? I'm over here trying to remember the hurt signs. Like, okay, you know what I mean? He said, "Are you ready? The one in the back, you ready?" And then we count down from 10. And then we go, right? We start off with a light jog. A light jog. When I say light jog, I mean the lightest of jog, right? We start off with a light jog, and then we are in the woods. What is going through your mind at this point?
I mean, I'm just here for the ride.
Okay, he here for the ride. What's going through my mind is it's a lot of incline, a lot of rocks. Don't twist your ankle. Don't twist your ankle. That's all that's going through my mind.
I had no idea you was doing this much thinking. Don't twist your ankle.
Don't twist your ankle. Now, we're walking now because there's trees that we got to hop over, tree trunks and stuff like that, things we got to step across. And now we're walking, and there's a group of people walking. But then I realized that, like, we've been walking for a while. Incline, decline, you know?
It was a minute.
We walking, and I'm like, I'm tired. We didn't make it to the first obstacle yet. I'm tired. Also, I want to go back to what the guy said. He said, if you can't swim, don't go in the water.
You did say that.
I said, oh, I'm going to be dry. I'm just going to be dirty. That's all. It's just going to be mud. So we get to the first obstacle. And the first obstacle, do you remember the first obstacle?
It was going under the net.
Going under the barbed wire. Going under the barbed wire.
Was it barbed wire?
It was barbed wire, right? Man. Here's how I knew that I was in for it. You see the mud, and you we got to crawl in the mud, but you don't really realize how much water it is. Chen was in front of me. We always let Mia go first, you know, women and children first, you know. I was in the back most of the time, and Chen slips into the barbed wire.
Oh, yeah. Well, no, not into the barbed wire.
No, I'm talking about into the first obstacle. I'm not talking about into the barbed wire itself. I'm talking about he slips into the pit.
Yeah.
Because he tried to step down, but
yeah, it was mad
because
slippery.
You think it is just mud. And then that was the first realization that what I signed up to do was stupid. Because in the first obstacle, your clothes is completely done. This is the first obstacle out of 15 of them. The first obstacle, we are in water and mud, G.I. Jane for the women, G.I. Joe for the brothers. And I'm just like...
Shout out to Jada.
Shout out to... I'm like, she didn't play... I'm not. When Will Smith hit you, I'm not.
Nah, he reformed.
I'm not gonna hit
changed
him.
His life.
I'm not gonna help you jump him. You get what I'm saying? So, while you're in the mud and water, you still just thinking, oh.
I think initially I was like, keep your hair above the mud. Keep your hair above the mud. But I think. I don't know if it was that time. That time my hair was messed up.
I actually was worried about you for a second during the barbed wire. Because really? it is barbed wire because I had on the pooch icy.
Oh, and got caught?
No. I thought your hair was good because you ain't have nothing to protect your hair. So I was like, you gotta, if you was to lift your head, potentially your head could have got caught in the barbed wire.
Yeah, but,
you get what I'm saying? But no, but you straight was on your G.I. Joe.
Yeah, I think it wasn't that obstacle, but I think you're gonna mention it later on.
Okay.
Where you looked at Mia, and he's like, "Oh, it's not that bad." And I was like, "Okay." I looked at Mia. I was like, "Yeah, that's not bad." And then you looked at me. Yeah, it's not as bad as Chit. I was like, "Oh man," because there was still mud in Mia's hair. But then looking at my hair, I was like, "Oh
no." So we get done with that. Mia is excited.
Yeah.
And I'm dumb. We high five each other. Like, yeah, we did it. Mud just splatters all over my face.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing about Tough Mudder. If anybody who's going to do Tough Mudder, you need to listen to this podcast because I'm about to tell you exactly. Look, I'm certified to tell you. Can't buy this. I'm certified to tell you what happens, right? And if you remember the obstacles, and if I'm skipping them, let me know. After the first obstacle, your shoes and everybody been walking that got water, it's slippery. So now you're going back into the woods. Incline, decline, rocks, and you have no traction on your shoes. Mind you, there was people running.
Barefoot.
I think we laughed at him initially, but he may have been on to something. You get what I'm saying?
Not for my feet. I need shoes.
So we get to the second obstacle. I don't know if you remember the second obstacle. Second obstacle was the wall. The regular wall. Right?
Oh.
The regular
okay,
wall.
yeah.
We ain't talking about the
not the slanted
no,
one.
No.
Just the one that goes straight
No.
up.
The one straight up, right? So, of course, ladies first, we get Mia over, right?
Yeah.
Chin helps me get over, right? Chin, he's Superman. He like, I don't need help. I'm gonna run and just.
I don't even remember that.
You just got over with no help. You just ran and pulled yourself over. Boom. We doing good. Back in the woods. You get what I'm saying? We going back in the woods. Now we go into this other obstacle that you talk about, the net, right? To where you got to be close to the ground.
That one.
If you're claustrophobic, this wouldn't be good to you. But we actually had a good system of how us three did it. Mia was first, you was second, I was third. While she was going through, she was holding it up, and then you was holding it up, and then I was holding it up. So while we was crawling, the people behind us were just walking under and stuff like that because we was holding it up. That was the third obstacle. It was the fourth obstacle that really made me second guess everything. We go back through the woods. Now, mind you, the woods is not like you just go 20, 30, 40 feet in the woods. You're going in a trail. Now, remember that signal I told you about, like the X signal, if somebody's hurt? Throughout the woods, or even at these obstacles, I ain't see no type of management. Like no type of red shirts that had a cross on it or anything like that.
No drones.
No
helicopters.
No medic standing in the woods just in case if somebody got hurt in the woods, you just would have been laying there. Maybe they know something I don't. We get to the fourth obstacle. The fourth obstacle was called the swamp. Now, mind you, remember they told us if you can't swim, don't do any water obstacles.
Yep.
But at each obstacle, it tells us how deep the water is. I'm looking at people going in the water who is significantly shorter than me. Standing. And walking through it. And I'm like, I'm 6'1". If they can stand and walk through it and they like 5'7",
you could do it.
I can do it.
Yeah.
I'm thinking you gotta know how to swim to get through the obstacle. I'm like, oh no, it just is what it is. First of all, the minute you go in the water, it's cold.
Oh, it's freezing.
It was freezing because you got in it and you're
that one, right? The one where you slide down and then it's like a rope that you hold on to. Is that the one you talking about?
No, this is the swamp. This is where you just gotta walk through, and then at the end of it, there's a rope you just gotta pull yourself out of.
Oh.
This is not like a pit. This is literally like a swamp, just like you walking through the swamp. Cause while I was walking, you was yelling, walk to the side because the middle is deep. So we get there, and on that rope,
I remember you was just staying right at the in the beginning.
Cause
you was thinking to yourself, do I want to continue?
Yes. Because for one, the cold shocked me, and I was like,
I remember that.
I was like, this is stupid. Like, there was many moments while this was going on that I was like, this is just stupid.
So why didn't you quit, or you want to continue with the whole story? Because I've been thinking about this. Like me, I probably it wasn't hard on me, but it seemed like it got to a point where, and you probably gonna touch on this later on, where it was physically making you sick.
So why didn't you quit, or what pushed you to go through the whole course?
Number one, I wish the answer could be I wanted to be a tough mudder, but that ain't it. You get what I'm saying? When you're in the obstacles, there is a feeling of where do I quit to? Because at this point, we still in the woods. You get what I'm saying? Like,
it's like, do I go back into the swamp?
Exactly. like that. So like I was helpless at certain points.
Oh man, that's fair.
you're in the woods.
Yeah.
Like I don't think people really understand. We didn't meet up with my girl until like later on.
Yeah,
we're in the woods.
Yeah.
So I'm like, where do I go? Back in the woods where I really don't even remember the trail, like
by yourself.
Exactly. So I'm like, and then on top of that, when you got friends and stuff like that, I wasn't trying to be no.
Okay, I see.
You know what I mean? Like
that guy.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? Like I'm just like, and then on top of that, this wasn't the part that was just this part wasn't hard for me. It was just like, yo, I'm really wet right now. Like I'm really like submerged right now. So we get out.
That was probably the worst one, or second worst one for me.
That probably was top 5.
Top 3. From top 4. Top 5.
Top 5. This is where it gets hard. Now my hands wet. Now this was the first rope that I was able to get up because the hill was slanted. Mm-hmm. So I was able to get up that. Mind you, you ain't got no traction, so you're trying to get up a hill with no traction. But I was able to do that, and mind you, this is still the beginning of the course. We go through the trail. I don't remember an obstacle, but we finally meet up with Blair. Blair is my lady. Blair is in the spectator section, to where now spectators can actually see you finish some obstacles. She met us at the other wall, the wall that was slanted. This is where it started getting hard for me because your hands is wet, you're kind of fatigued, and if you running around with 278 pounds and you don't got strong upper body strength, you're not going to succeed very well, right? So of course we get the lady up there first. We get your lady through, and Chin, I said I'm gonna get up, and y'all was coaching me saying as soon as you grab the wall, you need to put your leg up on the second ledge and just get yourself over. I do that, as y'all can see the clip. Chin is pushing me up and holding me. Now this is the part that y'all don't know. The reason why I was still stuck up top and I couldn't swing my leg over was really your lady's fault.
Really?
Because she was holding me. But the way she was holding me, I didn't have enough hip momentum to swing my leg over. So she's like, come on, swing that leg over. I said, let go of me.
You come around that corner, you're like, oh, we just did something hard, and then they stared this and go, oh, Lord.
You got it? Put your feet on that one. Swing your leg over. You got to swing your leg over.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, guys. Woo!
Turn to the side, swing your leg. Good. Bring one arm to the right. Good.
It's slippery.
You got it, Shan.
That elbow over.
Of course. There you go. Good job.
Good job, y'all.
She said, but I think she thought that I was telling her to let go of me so I could go back down. Do you get what I'm saying? She basically like, you're right here. But I couldn't, the way, like, I needed, because I'm tall and wide a little bit. So the way she had my arm right here, I couldn't maneuver myself. Yeah. I needed to move my arm out so I can move my body. I get over the wall. Of course, Chen doesn't need help to get over the wall and stuff like that. He just, he works out, right? So he straight gets over the wall, and now there's this tall obstacle. I think it's like one of the peak obstacles of Tough Mudder. I think it's called the Mudder Horn or something like that. It's one of those things to where I already made up my mind. I got vacation in December. I got nothing to prove. I'm not doing this. Right? It's the tallest obstacle in the whole thing, right?
Yeah.
And I didn't even realize. Maybe you could talk about this because I didn't go on this obstacle. I didn't know that in order to do the obstacle, you had to help your lady get started, and then somebody had to help you get started because of like it was high. It was tall. Okay.
Yeah.
So what was your thought on that obstacle? Because you're scared of heights. So like I don't. What made you do that?
It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Okay.
It was definitely higher than I thought, but I don't know if it was because I was just so focused on not slipping that I just wasn't focused on how high it was. Yeah, it was cool. That was probably one of the few obstacles I need help because there ain't no way to like just grab on. So there was this random guy. He was like, "Yeah, you just step on right here." So I stepped on, got on top, and then I was able to climb back up, and I was going up the ropes. My girl, she was moving fast though.
Really?
She got up to the top relatively around the same pace as I was, but when she came down, she was gone. Like I remember I was midway down, and I looked, and she was already on the floor. I was like.
Good job.
So, but yeah, it wasn't that bad. It was more so I just didn't want to slip and then be hanging by one arm or just fall to my death.
Now this is where, this is where I played myself. Because at this obstacle, you see the finish line. I'm like, oh, this is it? You get what I'm saying? But the finish line was this way, and the trail was taking us the other way. So we kind of go back, not in the woods, but kind of safari-ish. You get what I'm saying? To where my lady can still see. And it's so funny. I would thought like, my lady watching. Let me have some pride about myself. 6 years in, I ain't got no pride. You get what I'm saying? So we go through these little obstacles, little things like little pits to where you go into water, and then you gotta climb over a boulder. Then you go in the water, and then you climb over the boulder.
Slippery. Oh, you got it. You got it.
Oh, your bottom maybe, right?
Maybe. We'll see.
Almost done.
I'm not just so much. You can do it, but you're going to bang your shins on the rock and not enough. That's great. I don't know what you mean. You got 2 bruises on the rock. You're going if you want to or not.
That was like,
I didn't do any work.
You got it.
thinking about it too much.
Ready? Yeah. Yes, sir.
All right.
Give me a hand, no
You did it, guys.
I had no problem with that. This part is where I had a big problem with. We got a video of this to where you're in the water. This is the simple part. You're in the water and you just use the rope to pull yourself out. But this wasn't the same as the other one with the rope. The hill was much more
Steep.
It was much more going up. It wasn't a slant. So you had to completely trust in pulling the rope and straightening your legs completely and just completely use your body weight to pull yourself up. You had no problem with it.
All right, Jen.
Your lady had some problem with it on the rope that we was at initially.
Yeah.
And then we moved to the other rope. Now, I kept doing it, and the more you fail, the more you tiring yourself.
Yeah.
You got it. Push your feet in.
And this time you're in water, so there's no mud to like dry your shoes, you're going straight from water into trying to climb yourself out, right? The trick is to build momentum, just go boom, 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 boom. I ain't had that momentum. I was already tired, right? I get there, and I am, what's the word? Struggling.
Keep walking. Keep walking.
But I'm halfway there. And I just, in the last attempt, I'm on the side. I just fall on the side of the obstacle. I made it up, but I fell on the side.
You got it. Keep walking. Okay.
And now, mind you, I'm tired. Now we walk into the other obstacle. Mind you, we haven't ran not yet. Since we started the race, we did that light jog for like 30 seconds, and then we haven't ran no more. We walking. And now we at the obstacle that Chin laughed at me the most, right? That probably cost me the most.
Oh, yeah. That was hilarious.
That cost me the most strife, right? So there's this thing where you're in, number one, you're in water almost in every obstacle almost. You're in water, and there's this big turning block. It's kind of hard to describe. It's like a big turning block to where you actually need people around you to help get over it. You hold on to the block, and the people on your side push forward, and the people on the other side push down to turn the block. By you holding on to the boulder or holding on to the block, you turn with the block and land on the other side of water, right? Hopefully I made myself clear, right? So me and your lady is holding on to the block. We're waiting for y'all to push down on it to turn it for us. So I'm holding on, and the thing is turning. While it's turning, I look out the corner of my eye, and your lady already switched her position from this to, she swung her hips over, so now she's like going to land on her feet. You get what I'm saying? I'm still holding on the whole time. So when the thing turns over, I land head first, completely underwater.
I was, because I don't even remember seeing you, but I remember seeing my girl. I turned around, I just see your face come out the water. You did like one of these. I thought you hurt yourself at first, because you did one of these. But I was like, you good? He's like, yeah, I just need to burn down. I was so good. It's like, why was he underwater?
6'1". The water ain't 6 feet.
Because I landed, it's like the water gets to like maybe the belly button or something. I just remember turn around and you come out.
Now, if you don't know, this is Tough Mudder. This is not a pool. This is water and mud in my lungs. So there's a guy that's sitting on a platform, and he's taking pictures. I thought he was like medic. I walked over to him, and I was like, I can't breathe. Because I kept burping mud.
I didn't know you said that.
I kept burping mud and water. He just, click, you know what I'm saying? What happened to, maybe I ain't do this. You know what I'm saying?
You need to put the act.
Yes. So
he would have dropped the camera and saved you.
He gave me a water. I felt like he didn't want to give me the water.
I think he asked you for water, and you was like, yeah.
Yeah.
He was like,
okay.
all right. Man was not prepared for you to say yes. It's like, okay, give me 1 second.
So he gave me the water because I'm trying to flush out the mud in the water that I swallowed, right? Now, there's 2 of these boulders. Or maybe it was 3. It was like 2 or 3. And the second one, I know how to do it now. You when it's turning, you swing your hips over and you land on your feet. You know what I'm saying? And I can tell I did it so wrong the first time, because when I did it the second time correctly, I heard numerous people say, there you go. You get what I'm saying? So they saw me land head first into the water, right? So we get over that. We good. We going good. other obstacles that's like, just water, things like this. At this point, we going through like a safari-ish, and it's some steep hills, like steep incline hills, dirt road walking, because we walking to go up the big slide. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
We're walking. And at this point, while we're walking, I'm kind of drying off a little bit. It's kind of weird to say, like I'm just not as drenched as I was before, And it's a big slide that goes into a puddle of water. And we get to the top of the slide, and I say, I don't feel like getting wet right now. I say, y'all go. I'm just gonna wait for y'all. It gives me time to catch my breath. I'm drying off a little bit. Give me time, because I know I'm gonna get wet again. I'm just over getting wet, right? I see y'all go down the slides. Apparently, that water cleaned y'all off really good. Y'all ain't have mud on y'all no more and stuff like that. Whatever, right? We go through. We walking through. And we get to something called like the Widow's Peak or something like that. It's something across those lines. Maybe I got the names wrong, but it's called like the Widow's Peak, to where you got to catwalk this tightrope or like whatever. And you climb over this gate or whatever, and then you got to tightrope walk this thing. Now the thing about this thing is that even though like you're walking on it, you're not going to be the only one walking on it. So it's going to bend to your weight and to the weight that's behind you and to the people that's in front of you. So I was trying to walk like I was in Circus Olay. I was walking straight, trying to hold on, just walking like this. Chin was like, walk sideways. Turn to the side. Walk sideways. So I started walking sideways. Did
that help?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
Yeah, because I ain't want to fall in the water. You get what I'm saying? So after that, we there's like another obstacle, and then there's Mount Everest. Think of a skateboarder ramp. You basically run up a skateboard ramp and try to get to the top. Exactly.
Yeah.
Chen, of course, he's super Chen. He do it though.
I think the rope was harder though.
You think so?
Yeah, because everybody that was doing the rope were struggling. Like if you had enough momentum to catch the top of the ramp, like you was good.
But the thing about the ledge, you got to be able to do a pull up. And if you can't do a pull up, you just go hold on. Just go hold on to the ledge. You know what I mean? Yeah. At least with the rope, it had knots to let you know. There was a lady that was in front of your lady. She was wearing orange, and you could just tell in her body language she was fatigued. She wasn't putting no in the feet, in her arms.
She was tired.
I saw you trying to coach her, because you already was at the top and you was helping people get over and things like that.
Yeah, she was tired.
And she wasn't even making it to the midpoint to where you can grab her arm. So, of course, you get your lady over and things like that. And there's 2 obstacles left, basically. The Arctic Freeze. Or whatever it's called. It's where this is the first time I actually seen the management of the whole program. And guess
a bunch of them too.
And guess what they was doing? Dumping ice into this pit of water. That's one of the first times. There was times where people were driving around on RVs, but they drive by. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they dumping water into this. They dumping ice into this puddle of water. You gotta think about it. This is mud and water, but they dumping so much ice into this joint. The water is blue. Like it's like.
Oh yeah, it was blue.
It's like bluish green. It's like it.
That's weird.
It was so much ice in that joint, and then to climb out of it, you gotta climb out like on a net. You get what I'm saying? I never saw it. I seen your girl the whole time. I never seen your girl move that fast. As soon as she hit the water, it was like a cat hit water. She hit the water and she immediately grabbed the net to get out. I ain't gonna hold you. It was very cold. Now we at the last obstacle. Now we at the finish line. And there's something called electroshock therapy, something like that, right? Now here's the thing about electroshock therapy. This is also the only time that I see medics. And actually like a big red sign that says if you have heart problems, if you have metal in your body, if you had seizures, do not do this because it's electroshock therapy.
Yeah.
Now here's the thing, and I want to know what you thought. with electroshock therapy, I knew it was gonna shock us, but I didn't think it was gonna shock us, dude. It's like how much can you shock a human being legally?
Yeah, I wasn't sure what it was gonna be.
I was like, oh, it's just gonna be a pinch. It's like, okay, yeah, a little zip. Now, here's the thing about it. It's the last obstacle, meaning that once you get past it, the finish line is literally less than 3 steps away. It's like, so there's 2 ways to get through this joint. You can get through it the long way. That's crawling under the wires, hoping not to get shocked. But you go be in mud.
Yep.
You go be wet. And then you might get shocked. So something that could take 7 seconds.
I was watching these people crawling under. Mm-hmm. It was taking them too long.
Yeah. Something that could take 7 seconds if you just run through it can now take 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and you're at the finish line. Like, this is not, no, we got to go back in the woods and there's the finish line. You see the inflatable finish line. So Chen says, I'm just going to run through it. I said, you start off running, I'm going to run right behind you, right? Chen takes off, and he go, oh-ish. I stopped running once you said oh-ish because you didn't see yourself. The thing stopped you in your tracks. You said oh-ish and stood there, and you looked like you had to remind yourself to run again to get through.
Yeah, I got hit. And I thought, okay, let me just take a breather, because maybe I just got hit. I won't get hit again. Mm-hmm. But I kept getting hit. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, I'm going to have to go anyways because I'm getting hit right here. But I was like, damn, I don't know if I can move through this. I just kind of snapped out of it. That's what. But that was the pause because I got hit initially. And I wasn't expecting that.
And when I say shock, we're talking like you feel it hit wherever it hits and it goes down to your feet. Yeah. Like you feel it paralyze you, and it shocked me. I think what gave us the idea to run. We saw a guy run through the thing like he ran sideways and he probably got hit, and you hearing like crackle like you hear. You're hearing that throughout the whole time. But you're like, how bad could it be? When that thing hit me, now granted, we just got out of Arctic freeze.
Yeah.
That thing hit me, and I was frozen too. But then I had to run. I'm just happy I didn't fall.
Man.
And then we crossed the finish line. Here's the picture of all of us taking the picture. Well, at least me and Chen. And we change, and we're driving back home. I get in the car with Chen and his lady. I'm not feeling 100%. I'm not feeling bad, but I'm not feeling good. The longer we start to drive, mind you, we just started driving, maybe 20 minutes, maybe less than that. It went from me not feeling bad to like, oh, no, I feel bad. I feel real bad, actually, you know. I said, Chen, pull over. He said, why? Right? I said, I'm about to throw up, right? He didn't hesitate. He pulled right over. I opened the door, and I began to dry heave. Like, I just began to, just like that, over and over again, like 6 times. Nothing came out. Now, mind you, we had water stops and stuff like that. We had, they had food at the end. I didn't eat none of that because I'm keto. I'm faithful to my keto. But nothing came out, and it was at that moment where I was like, never again. Never again.
Do you think that would have happened if you ate?
No. I was completely depleted. Like, I was, like, even when I got home, like, it's kind of like a phone charger, right? I went home and ate, but it didn't do anything because it's like a phone charger. Once your phone die, you put it right back on the charger, but it's going to take a while for it to come back on.
I see.
My body didn't reset until the next day.
Really?
Yeah. I ain't feel as bad, but I wasn't feeling good. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
But
no, it was a cool experience. I don't think I would ever do it again myself. But that's just because of the mud and the wetness. But outside of that, it was cool. It was cool.
Do you like those type of challenging adventures and challenging physical activities to where like you climb a rope and hit the bell up top or something like that?
Yeah, it reminds me of like field day at like middle school or something, or like you ever do those obstacle courses at like high school or middle school?
I didn't.
Like rock climbing. And,
We had some in ROTC called the Master Sergeant Crucible and things like that.
oh, that sounds dangerous.
To where Crucible mean like hell. So basically, it's supposed to put you like through like hard, strenuous things. But we was in high school, so there's a limit of the type of hell you go put somebody through. Like for example, like in RTC they had a missile, like a real missile, and things like that. So we had competition in the tournament of who can hold up the missile the longest and things like that. Like things of that nature, not things that you can like fall and break something that you got to explain to a parent. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's what a lot of these things remind me of. It's like being a kid again, and just really being as active as I was when I was a kid. But as far as like the Tough Mudder, I don't think I'll ever do that again. It was just too muddy. Like it was just a lot. Like I threw away my shoes because I don't think I would ever keep shoes from something like that.
I threw away shoes too.
So I threw away my shoes. We had to take showers there, which is also annoying because I'd rather take a shower at my house. When we got back, I had to wash my hair. My girl had to wash her hair. And then it was just a lot. We had to bring extra clothes so we could change into them so we don't mess up the car. It was just a lot. It was just a wetness. And I think also because it's in October where like the weather's now getting a little crisp. If it was like in the summertime, maybe it wouldn't be that bad because it would be hot. But because it was like in the fall, it was like, man, it's a little cold. A little too cold to be this wet.
Yeah. I'm never doing it again.
Any obstacle course or just Tough Mudder?
What is the other obstacle course? Like
Spartan race?
apparently this is supposed to be the easiest one out of all the other ones.
Probably, yeah.
I'm about to say, like, y'all ain't gonna have me doing a Spartan race where I'm doing 30 burpees because I'm not doing no obstacles and things like that.
That's fair.
I don't know. I think I just go to the regular like lifting weights, squatting. But people people want to be Ninja Warrior. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a whole show built out after it. You know, a whole series where you do obstacle course and you challenge yourself. Now, have any of that stuff translated to your everyday life? To where it's like you did obstacle course, you ran a marathon, you feel like you could conquer something outside of that? Like, did you take it back to your community?
No.
Oh,
but
wow.
I would say I was at obstacle course. You said marathon. Like training for running though definitely increased my endurance. I remember I used to get real tired after doing like more than 5 sets of any type of workout, and now running, like I don't even remember not usually when I was about to miss my bus during my days working in DC. Like I was trying to run after it, I'd be so tired. And then just recently, I was running somewhere, and I was running for like a good minute, not like for workout, just running to catch something. I was running for a good minute, and I was good. Like after I finished running, even helping one of my friends out moving last weekend. Like I was picking some things up, and I was in and out, in and out. And I think that's really due to like running. And so it ties us back into obstacle course. I don't know if it's like something. If I were to train for it, it would translate into my real life. But I think it is a good indication as to like where you are at fitness level, because it works on your endurance, it works on your strength, it works on the ability to control your body, and and also it's like a more coordinated type of activity versus like I don't know, like just running. Like you had to like use your hands, use your arms, so I think it's a good way to indicate where you are health wise. But I ain't going, start up a Black Lives Matter hub in my neighborhood.
Oh, okay. Well, there's still time.
You believe in Black Lives Matter?
Yeah, they do.
No, I say, do you believe in Black Lives
No,
Matter?
I'm saying black as in day, as in Black lives do matter. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Of course, I believe in Black lives.
It'll call Black Lives Matter Day. That's wild.
Okay.
It's like, no, I'm just starting.
I take it you had nothing else to add to this conversation.
No, it was cool. I think I'm gonna do the Spartan race. So my girl was supposed to do like the Beast Spartan race. So I think there's like 4 of them. And there's the Sprint Spartan race, which is just like you just do a regular sprint, which is regular 5K, and then you got I think it's called Ultra Spartan race, where it's like you do like a 10K. Then you got the Beast, which is half a marathon, which is 13 miles. I told her I would do it with her.
What, the Beast?
Yeah, but not this year or next year. I got to train. I got to train.
You said not this year or next year.
Yeah, I'm going to do it in 2024. So so my goal is to run a 5K, run a 10K.
You already ran a 5K.
Yeah, so that's done. And I already did like a 5K obstacle course. And then do like a 10K and half marathon. Once I got those under my belt, I would do the Beast with her. Because she ran a half marathon before. I never ran a half marathon.
She ran a half marathon before? Like I said, I call her Tomb Raider.
Yeah, she probably more healthy than me.
But it was only fun because, good people will make it a good time. But
Will you ever do something like that with your girl?
my girl not doing that.
Ever?
Nah, she not.
Not even like the Spartan race?
Heck no. Like, if she's not doing Tough Mudder, she's definitely not doing Spartan race. Like, my girl's just not that type of
Person.
No,
That's fair.
like an obstacle course. Like at most, my girl will probably do cause she straight been talking about it. She wants to compete like in an amateur is it body lifting or
Really?
like basically like how like the women like not the professional ones because the professional ones be having the muscles, but like
Again, steroids.
Allegedly, I'm not gonna put that.
No. The professional ones be doing steroids.
Okay. But like the ones that's like your everyday type of person that's like, they ain't really looking for like the deepest cut. A novice amateur type of like, show. That's probably the most she'll do.
I would think she would do like a triathlon since she's like likes to swim. All she got like is running. I don't know if the girl likes to run. But she likes to swim.
Nobody likes to run.
Swim, bike. She likes to bike.
I don't even know if she know how to ride a bike. She tells me she know how to ride a bike, but then she tells me no, she tells me like, yeah, I know how to ride a bike. It just gotta be no turns. I'd be like, you don't know how to ride a bike.
Okay, yeah.
If you say I know how to ride a bike,
But say I know how to ride a car, but just don't put me on the street with
like no turns. I'd be like, what you riding a Peloton? Like no, like I'm not gonna trust you on a bike with kids around, man.
That's fair.
You gonna hit somebody. No, my girl is not. And this gonna sound like an insult. She's not an athlete in that matter to where like, let's wrestle.
Yeah.
Let's box. Let's compete together.
Yeah.
Like.
So you and your girl don't wrestle?
No.
Damn.
No, she's a girly girl.
This guy used to wrestle everybody.
Okay, here we go.
There was a couple people. I ain't gonna put their names out there. There was a couple people who used to wrestle, man. I know who y'all are, man.
I dropped on her head too.
Grown woman. We was like 13, 14, 15. He would wrestle grown women. People in their 50s. People in their 60s.
But she told me she told me she could drop me, but jokes on you, you know what I mean?
Oh man.
And, it was a good time that I'll never experience again. But I'm not even gonna go to like support. Like when you do your Spartan Beast thing,
You're not gonna do it.
That's fair. No. I'm not even gonna go watch. I'm not even gonna watch you do it. I'm just gonna be like, all right, Joe.
Well, you think would you have had more fun doing this as a kid?
Probably. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. To me, it's just I'm Like it really, and I know why people do it every year.
Yeah.
Because once you pay it initially the first time, as soon as you over with it, they send you like a code.
Half off.
It's more than half.
Really?
It's like you do it for like $30. So, cause you see these people out here, and they like, yeah, this like my 6th time doing it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, of course it's your 6th time doing it, because as soon as you do it, they send you a special link that you can pay for next year right then and there.
Wow.
And like it'd be like it goes from like $120 to like $37. So it's like $37 I ain't gotta think about to you know what I mean? So it's like I'm not into like that type of stuff.
That's fair.
I'd rather do like boxing, fighting, and things like that. Yeah, but I'd rather not do obstacle courses.
There's a boxing club I'm trying to get into this December. You trying to join? Uptown Boxing.
But you're not gonna be serious about boxing.
How you know?
You're not even gonna be like you only go do
only 2 months.
You only go. Okay, that's what I'm saying.
How long you need?
If I do boxing, I want to spar.
Yeah, we probably be able to spar within the month. Well, I don't know. You have you ever done boxing training?
I've done training, but not sparring.
Yeah, you already know the basics. You probably be able to spar within a month.
So, but then let's see one body at, because I actually remember that time where you said you went to boxing classes and you said like the first weeks it was just you training, like you doing hella workouts.
Yeah, man.
It just hella aerobic exercises and things and building strength and stuff.
The endurance, man. But I think my endurance is a lot better. Is better than it was while I was doing it, because I think I was barely like we used to run like a mile or two at the beginning of class, and then we do stairs, then we come in, then we just do a bunch of like in the back, then it'd be like, all right, burn out, and then you just do this for good like 2-3 minutes. I'd be tired, but I don't know if I'll be as tired now.
Oh, okay.
I think my endurance is up now, so I should be straight. But yeah, I think that's something I want to do. Boxing, I want to pick that up. I don't think I want to spar though.
You don't want to compete?
Nah, I don't want to be talking like this. Like everybody who's a boxer, even football players. Like I was watching an interview with the Manning brothers, and it was like the youngest one.
Now, granted, they are country too now.
No, the older one, his talk is not slurred. That's the younger one.
His got a little more twang to it than slur.
The younger one is just slurring. I'm like, is he okay?
But
all boxers, I don't know any boxer who boxed for a while, they don't have a slur in their speech.
Especially if you was a heavyweight.
Especially if you have.
If you was a heavyweight, we know like there's not a lot of people that come out of that sport with all their screws tight. But
even Tank be slurring sometimes.
Funny thing about it, I never heard Tank talk. I never heard Tank talk.
Yeah, he's not really a talker, so that's fair.
Yeah, I never heard him talk. But anything else you want to add to this topic, Tough Mudder?
Nah, man.
Chin, he grabbed the wrong headband because he couldn't see. So.
No, well, people don't know that. So if you see me around with the 10K headband,
you're not part of the team.
Just say congratulations, man.
Okay.
Say congratulations, man.
Man, hopefully y'all have a good week. If you want to do Tough Mudder, man, prepare yourself now. Prepare yourself a year out, and do a lot of upper body workouts, like body weight type of workouts. Pull up, push ups. Do some lunges or something. You know what I mean? Do some pull up. I really think pull up and push ups. Some deadlifts. You know what I mean? You know, the compound fundamentals. You know. And you should be good. All right? Blessings.